Hello everyone, it's me again, Nick Brooke from Chaosium. I'm one of Chaosium's community ambassadors. I support the Jonstown Compendium, which is Chaosium's community content program for RuneQuest and Greg Stafford's World of Glorantha. And I'm here today to tell you why you all want to buy this book, Visions of Myth by Martin Helsdon and Katrin Dirim. Little bit of backstory first. Martin and Katrin are both good friends of mine. They're also colleagues of mine because all of us have won this. It's the Greg Stafford Memorial Award, given by Chaosium to people who've really contributed to the furtherance of Glorantha. I got mine for making videos like this, mostly. Martin got his for writing this beautiful book, The Armies and Enemies of Dragon Pass, which is superb. It's a massive tome, that's almost 400 pages there. There's a sequel which takes it out to the no longer quite so medieval west of Glorantha, the Malchione lands. And since then he's also been involved in helping with Chaosium's own books. You might see a small Helsdon down in the corner there. And his forthcoming work, which is Ships and Shores of Southern Genetella. That includes the Periplus of Southern Genetella, which is in a massive, lengthy, fictional description of various voyages and ports and local customs along the whole southern coast of the main continent of Glorantha. It's phenomenal work. If you liked Baturian Varosh, you will love this. And if you don't know Baturian Varosh, just dive in with Ships and Shores. The book's been available as a preview digital edition since last September. It's a preview because some of the last artwork has yet to come in, and when it does, we'll be making a print-on-demand version available, and that'll be that. That art's coming from Mark Smiley. He's 2023's winner of the Greg Stafford Award for contributing gorgeous art to the community content program, most notably in Ships and Shores, but he also did the cover for Armies and Enemies, cover for Men of the West, cover for Citizens of the Lunar Empire, and has done covers for Chaosium's own books and internal art, and is an all-round very, very good chap and an old RuneQuest hand, so we love him. Katrin Dirim is the artist who illustrated the whole of the Prosopedia. That's the book that illustrates a whole bunch of mythological characters out of Greg Stafford's extraordinarily rich and detailed Bronze Age mythology. There's the goddess Glamour, for example, and she's perfect in every way. That's exactly how she looks. We know that because we helped Katrin do it. So Martin has a lot of art from Katrin in Ships and Shores, and almost all of that art is collected in this book, Visions of Myth. It's beautiful. This is an A4 size, US letter sized book, so 8.5 by 11 inches. It's illustrated throughout, so basically the usual format is a full page illustration on one side and a full page of text explaining what it is you're looking at on the other side. It's available in premium colour print because that's the print quality it deserves, and the art is all stuff you might find in-world in Glorantha. Katrin has developed a very distinctive style, which is art from the Holy Country, the realm south of Dragon Pass. Everything you're seeing here could be on the wall of a Holy Country temple or palace or banqueting hall. There's a fair number of parties thrown in the Holy Country, and in fact some of them are illustrated in this book. There you go, there's a party hosted by the Demi-Vierge of Rigos, one of the cities of the Holy Country, a trade rival to Notchit City. Hey, Notchit's in here too. And yes, there it is, greatest city in Glorantha. You can buy several very good books about that from the Jonstown Compendium. I would start with either the Adventurer's Guide if you want an easy intro, or go for the full-fat Notchit Queen of Cities if you want a massive tome that thoroughly details an ancient metropolis. But there you go. So all of this art is in the book. There are landscapes as well, so where you see these pictures, they're showing you a mythological view of a Gloranthan city. And the text accompanying it will explain what it is you're looking at. What are the background features? What are the rivers? You can see the rivers flowing out like this. This is the bull flood, so it looks like a bull in flood, amazingly enough. It's in a land, all cities are on land, basically, well, more or less. I'll come to one that isn't later. And so you can see the earth goddess of the city sitting around, and there's the city next to her. You can see the protective goddess of the city, and up in the back you can see one of those terrible barbarian storm gods coming to cause bad weather and make everyone very upset. I think it's probably the storm bull there. Nasty piece of work, we don't like him. I mentioned cities that aren't on land gods. Here is one of my favourite pieces in the whole book. It depicts the city of Wonders, the magical capital of the former Holy Country, destroyed by Argrath's ally Harek the Berserk. Of course, what a bad man he and his allies are. But as you can see, it looks like something out of peak Yellow Submarine psychedelia. Now, when you think about when Greg Stafford was coming up with the ideas for Glorantha, the idea that you can plug that into a rich artistic tradition from the 60s and 70s and make it look like something out of Yellow Submarine or a psychedelic album cover is absolutely spot on. So in this book, you've got dozens of pictures by Katrin in almost the best possible quality reproduction, text by Martin, calling out little details you might not have noticed, naming the gods, naming the spirits, and describing why things look the way they do. The end of the book is this gorgeous sequence of religious art depicting the voyages of Dormal the sailor, Glorantha's equivalent to Sinbad, as he sails through the seas of distant lands and off into legend and encounters many strange beings while he does it. So anyway, that's Visions of Myth by Katrin Dirim and Martin Helsdon. Put all my cards on the table. I really adore both of their work. Martin takes a very hands-on approach to fleshing out the details of our Bronze Age imagined world. Katrin, meanwhile, seems to live there, and she's produced this history of Malkianism for me, which is all beautiful medieval manuscript illuminations showing off the history of the men of the West as they themselves might have told it, or, if you're some kind of weird heretic, as it might have been drawn in the Middle Ages by a monastic scribe coming across one of those ancient Gloranthan manuscripts that Greg Stafford told us he learned about Glorantha from. History of Malkianism there. Katrin also did some lunar art for us, and some of that is in this book, Crimson King. It's by me, that cover art's by John Sumrow, who is brilliant. But inside, we've got loads of pics by Katrin illuminating the lunar arcana, the things about the lunar way that not even the rulers of the Lunar Empire necessarily understand. So there's half a dozen pictures in there. They're all beautiful. And hey, I had some fun with them. I probably shouldn't show you this, but I made some little Christmas cards for my friends out of Katrin's lunar artwork, and they're kind of gorgeous because I went overboard with the production quality, so there's all kinds of glittery stuff on these. They're all very nice. I got Chaosium to say, yeah, it's okay to do this, so there you go. Copyright notices on the back. Not commercially available. We'll see if we can do something interesting with these. But one of the reasons they're not available yet is there's a whole bunch of unpublished artwork, never been seen, about the Seven Mothers, and we're going to keep that one quite close to our chest for a while yet, because, yeah, it'll be in a book eventually. So there you go. Beautiful stuff, eh? The gold makes it even better. We probably can't do that on DriveThruRPG, but I thought I'd let you know. So that'll be coming one of these months. I won't say it's imminent, when we finally get around to publishing our things on the Lunar Empire, the Zero Wayne. A little peek of that? Yeah, that'll do. But it's, as I say, not available yet. But in the meantime, Katrin is one of the best Gloranthan artists out there. Visions of Myth is packed with her work. It's dirt cheap. You should get yourselves a copy of this. This is not an alternative to Ships and Shores. It is a supplement. The text in here is not in Ships and Shores. The art is all in Ships and Shores, but that's not out in print yet, and this book is. So, in case you haven't got the message yet, buy Visions of Myth. I said that these are almost the nicest available versions of Katrin's art, and that's true, because the only place you can get them better is if you get prints directly from her, which I had the good fortune to be able to do at Chaosium Con last year, and fill the portfolio with some of the stuff that's in Visions of Myth and some of the stuff that isn't. And if I don't take my eye out of this, I'll be able to enjoy looking at these for years to come, because it's all really, really beautiful, detailed work by one of the best ever Gloranthan artists. So there's a piece about Belentar that isn't in Visions of Myth. But the point is, Katrin is defining the look of some aspects of Glorantha mythology for Chaosium, and she's working outside of that in her work on the community content program and expanding that and producing more, better art than Chaosium could get on her own or for other community content creators. So it's a wonderful, wonderful synergy. And the Holy Country, let's remember, it's right next to Dragon Pass. Sartar was founded by people from the Holy Country and brought civilization to the bandit tribes of Quivini land from the Holy Country. So the Lightbringer temples, the Langhormai temples in Sartar are all basically originally founded from the Holy Country a little while ago. The artistic traditions will also have originally been founded by people who knew how the Holy Country did things. So this is in-game resources you can share with your players. If they're going to the Holy Country and you want to give them a map of where they're going, you can show them the map of the Holy Country. There it is. All the places carefully marked. You can see which god is which. You can see the names of the cities around the edges of the seas. It's all beautiful. Really, really lovely book. Basically buy it. Thanks.